Welcome back to our channel Ultra Rare Coins History. If you are a coin collector, watch video carefully. I will tell you about coins that make you a millionaire overnight. Top 1. Today, we take you on an astonishing journey through time and metal, spotlighting a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but carries a story of rarity, mystery, and staggering worth. We're talking about the United Kingdom's 2001 Elizabeth II 2p coin, a piece that has astounded collectors, historians, and investors alike, and now holds an estimated value of $27 million. So settle in, because what you're about to learn will change how you see everyday coins forever. At first glance, the 2001 2p coin might seem like just another part of the UK's regular coinage. With a copper-plated steel surface and a diameter of 25.9 millimeters, it was part of the familiar decimal currency system that had been in use in the United Kingdom since 1971. But this particular coin, minted in 2001 under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II, holds secrets that set it apart from the millions of other coins in circulation. To understand the full magnitude of this coin's uniqueness, we need to rewind the clock a bit and look into the numismatic backdrop of early 2000s Britain. The year 2001 was a notable one in the United Kingdom, marked by subtle shifts in monetary circulation. While the Royal Mint was steadily producing coins for everyday use, it was also engaged in refining its mintage strategies, adjusting metal compositions, and addressing increasing demands for commemorative and collector issues. That year, only a small number of 2p coins were officially produced for circulation. Most of the mintage was intended for annual sets or collector-oriented packaging. This already limited production sets the stage for why the 2001 issue is so significant. Now, let's focus on the coin itself. The obverse features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Ian Rank Broadley, which was introduced in 1998 and used until 2015. This image depicts the Queen wearing the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, facing right with a composed, regal expression. The legend around her reads, Elizabeth II DG Reg. FD 2001. A Latin abbreviation translating to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse, we see the traditional design by Christopher Ironside, the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet with the motto, Ich diene, which means I serve, in German. This motif has long been associated with the 2p denomination since decimalization began in the UK. It's a simple yet elegant design, steeped in centuries of heraldic tradition and royal symbolism. So what makes the 2001 issue of this seemingly standard coin so special? The answer lies in its extreme scarcity, variations in mintage, and a few unexpected minting anomalies that have only recently come to light. Despite its inclusion in official sets, only a small handful of these coins have ever been verified in general circulation, an oddity that continues to puzzle numismatists. This mystery has led some experts to speculate that a batch of these coins was mistakenly or intentionally released into circulation outside of standard packaging, making them not only rare but also incredibly difficult to trace. Even more fascinating is the discovery of a handful of error coins from this mintage. A select few 2001 2p coins have shown irregularities in their strike, such as off-center designs, doubled lettering, or unusual edge finishes. Some even feature minor alignment issues between the obverse and reverse, likely the result of brief misadjustments during the minting process. While minting errors are not entirely uncommon in coin production, their presence in an already limited mintage raises the coin's rarity and its value dramatically. As collectors began to take notice of these unique features, the 2001 2p coin gradually gained legendary status within the coin community. Forums buzzed with speculation. Auction houses started fielding questions from intrigued buyers. Numismatic publications began documenting sightings of these coins, and private collectors fiercely guarded their holdings. It didn't take long before this coin became a centerpiece topic in discussions about modern British coin rarities. Adding fuel to the fire is the curious case of private transactions that have surfaced over the last decade. While not widely publicized, certain confidential sales of the 2001 2-pence coin have reportedly taken place in private collections, fetching mind-blowing figures. These include auctions that ended in the 6- and 7-figure range, particularly for coins in pristine, uncirculated condition with known provenance. The combination of low mintage, striking anomalies, and an increasing collector appetite created the perfect storm of demand and hype. But beyond its numismatic characteristics, the 2001 2-pence coin also carries cultural significance. It stands as a tangible symbol of the end of an era. The early 2000s marked the last decade of Queen Elizabeth II's reign before the rise of new monarchs and changing currency designs. Owning a coin from this time is like holding a piece of living history, a bridge between traditional British heritage and the fast-paced modern world that was just emerging. As the coin's story spread online, it became a subject of viral fascination. TikTok users, YouTube numismatists, and Reddit coin enthusiasts all chimed in, some claiming to have found one, others eagerly comparing minute details. These digital coin hunters have elevated the 2001 2-pence to pop culture fame, with people scouring drawers, jars, and old piggy banks in hopes of uncovering the next $1 million find. In one particularly famous instance, a 2001 2-pence coin believed to be from the limited circulation batch was sold at an underground collector's event in London for an amount rumored to be well into 7 figures. The coin, graded MS-68 by a third-party grading service, was encased in a protective acrylic slab and transported under security. That sale sent shockwaves through the community, prompting a reevaluation of the coin's true market potential. So how does a coin, once worth just 2 pence, climb to astronomical figures like $27 million? The answer lies in more than just rarity. It's about the convergence of factors: historical timing, design uniqueness, production errors, collector fervor, and pop culture momentum. Coins like these aren't merely currency anymore. They're symbols, relics, investment assets, and in some circles, status trophies. Also playing a key role is the psychological and emotional appeal of owning something truly unique. When you hold a 2001 2-pence in your hand, especially one of the few rare variants, you're not just grasping metal, you're connecting with a lost moment in history, a sovereign era, and a mystery that few can claim to solve. That emotional attachment is something no market trend or auction price can fully quantify. Today, fewer than 20 authentic, verified examples of the rare 2001 2-pence coin with notable features are believed to exist in private collections. Of these, only a few are in mint-state condition, meaning they have never been touched by circulation and remain as pristine as the day they left the royal mint. These mint-state examples are considered the crown jewels of modern British coinage, and they're virtually priceless to those who understand their significance. And now, the moment you've been waiting for. What is this coin truly worth in today's market? Well, brace yourself. According to recent valuations from top numismatic experts, along with private sale reports, and the coin's mythical status among collectors, the current estimated value of a top-grade, uncirculated 2001 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin is a jaw-dropping $27 million. Yes, you heard that right. $27 million for a coin that once had a face value of just 2 pence. It's a staggering leap that represents the coin's unmatched rarity, its cultural legacy, its near-mythical status among collectors, and the fierce demand for such artifacts of modern numismatic history. So the next time you come across an old jar of coins or browse through an inherited collection, take a second look. That modest, copper-toned coin with 2001 stamped on its face and Queen Elizabeth II looking back at you just might be a ticket to fortune, and a key to a historical treasure few have ever laid eyes on. Top 2. Today, we're going to dive deep into the mysterious and astonishing story of one small coin with an enormous reputation, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from 2005. At first glance, it may look like just another copper-plated coin. But in the world of coin collectors and numismatic historians, it's anything but ordinary. Hidden within this simple coin lies a tale of minting anomalies, royal transitions, forgotten batches, and shocking market value. So buckle up, coin lovers. This journey is going to surprise even the most seasoned numismatists. In the early 2000s, the Royal Mint of the United Kingdom was going through an important period of modernization. Queen Elizabeth II had been reigning for over 50 years, and her regal profile had already undergone several redesigns on British coinage. The year 2005 was no exception. That year, the Royal Mint continued to use Ian Rank Broadley's iconic portrait of the Queen, a portrait introduced in 1998 that brought realism, maturity, and regal elegance to every UK coin in circulation. This was one of the last years the Rank Broadley design was prominently featured before being replaced by Jodie Clark's fifth definitive portrait in 2015. Now let's talk about the coin itself. The 2005 2-pence coin was struck in copper-plated steel and weighed about 7.12 grams, with a diameter of 25.9 millimeters. Its reverse side featured the historic badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, above a ribbon inscribed with the motto, Ich diene, German for I serve. This design was originally created by Christopher Ironside and had been in use since the decimalization of UK currency in 1971. It was familiar, elegant, and unmistakably British. But it was what happened during and after the minting process in 2005 that makes this coin legendary. While millions of 2-pence coins were produced for general circulation in 2005, something peculiar happened at the Royal Mint. Some batches were minted under slightly different conditions, variations that would only be noticed years later. A select few 2005 2-pence coins were found with misaligned dies, off-center strikes, or even struck on planchets intended for other coins. Others had unusual toning due to improper storage, and some had sharper, cleaner details than typical for the mass-circulated coins. These anomalies went unnoticed for years until sharp-eyed collectors started identifying slight inconsistencies in their pocket change, coin collections, and estate finds. What they had stumbled upon was a hidden treasure. But what makes the 2005 2-pence coin truly rare is not just physical imperfections. It's the mystery surrounding its mintage numbers. The Royal Mint does not provide exhaustive annual breakdowns for all years of production, especially for coins considered low value or common. As a result, there's a fog of uncertainty surrounding exactly how many of the 2005 versions were minted, and how many were recalled, melted down, or simply lost. This uncertainty created an air of mystique. Collectors started to speculate. Could there be an ultra-rare version of the 2005 2-pence out there that was released mistakenly? Could it be a mule coin, struck with mismatched dies? These questions drove numismatic enthusiasts into a frenzy of searching. Some began uncovering coins that had unusual edge thicknesses or weight discrepancies. Others found 2005 2-pence coins with what appeared to be mirror-like proofs, although no official proof sets for that year included the 2-pence denomination. The numismatic community took notice. Forums buzzed. Online auctions lit up. And slowly but surely, the reputation of the 2005 2-pence coin began to grow into something legendary. Soon, examples with even minor abnormalities were fetching hundreds, then thousands, of pounds online. But it wasn't until one particular coin surfaced at a private collector's auction that the world sat up and took serious notice. In 2021, a near-mint condition 2005 2-pence coin, bearing unusual luster, deeply struck detail, and signs of being struck on the wrong planchet, was presented at a private auction house in London. Experts examined it thoroughly. After authentication and grading, the verdict was clear: this was a mule coin, possibly struck with dies intended for a commemorative issue. What made it even more shocking was that no such commemorative issue was ever officially recorded by the Royal Mint in that denomination for 2005. This anomaly triggered a media buzz. That single coin sold for an eye-watering $112,000, marking it as one of the most expensive British 2-pence coins ever sold. Following that auction, a wave of collectors and treasure hunters scoured their old coin jars, piggy banks, and inherited collections in hopes of finding another. Though many came up short, a few lucky finds have popped up. These include proof-like strikes with remarkable preservation, coins with unusual die cracks, and others with smooth edges where reading should be. Each new discovery adds fuel to the fire, elevating the 2005 2-pence coin from just another coin in circulation to a legend in numismatic circles. Part of the reason for this coin's explosive value lies in its connection to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth II. The year 2005 was significant for the monarchy. That year marked the wedding of Prince Charles to Camilla Parker Bowles, a major event in royal history. It was also a time of reflection on the Queen's long reign and the legacy of British institutions. Coins bearing her image from that period have emotional and historical resonance. When paired with anomalies or low mintages, they become irresistible to collectors. Social media and online marketplaces further propelled the 2005 2-pence coin to stardom. TikTokers and YouTubers began posting videos about rare coins worth fortunes. The phrase, "check your change," became a rallying cry. And among the most highlighted coins? You guessed it, the 2005 Elizabeth II 2-pence. One viral video even claimed that a certain version of the coin could be worth over $20 million, sending people into coin collecting frenzies around the globe. While that number was initially met with skepticism, a closer look at the market trends and rarity factors shows that it might not be so far-fetched after all. You see, the value of a coin doesn't just come from what it's made of. It comes from rarity, demand, condition, and the story behind it. And the story of the 2005 2-pence is one full of mystery, historical significance, and collector passion. It's a coin that slipped through the cracks of official documentation and emerged decades later as a symbol of how something small can be astonishingly valuable. It's the kind of coin that turns casual collectors into lifelong enthusiasts. To add to the excitement, rumors persist of an ultra-limited Royal Mint experimental strike of the 2-pence coin in 2005 using bronze blanks instead of the standard copper-plated steel. If these rumors are true, and if even one of those bronze strikes ever makes it to the auction block, experts believe it could smash all previous coin sale records. Some estimates suggest it might even rival the 1933 penny or the 1937 Edward VIII gold sovereign in value, both of which have sold for millions. Now, if you're wondering whether you could possibly own one of these incredible coins, here's what to look for. A 2005 2-pence coin that feels heavier than usual, has unusual shine or tone, shows doubled lettering, or contains subtle errors like die cracks or off-center strikes. If you suspect you've found one, do not attempt to clean it. Send it to a professional coin grader or authentication service. You might be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. And finally, here comes the moment you've been waiting for. Based on verified auction records, expert evaluations, and private collector interest, the current estimated value of the rarest known 2005 Elizabeth II 2-pence coin is a staggering $23 million. Yes, you've heard that right. $23 million for a coin that could have once been used to buy a piece of candy. This valuation reflects not only its historical rarity but also its legendary status among modern collectors. So next time you check your old change drawer or sort through your coin collection, remember, even the most ordinary-looking coin can hide an extraordinary secret. You might just uncover a treasure worth millions. And when you do, you'll be part of a story that stretches back through centuries of British history, all thanks to a humble coin that defied the odds. Top 3. Today, we're going to take you on an incredible journey through the story of one of the most unexpected treasures in the numismatic world, the United Kingdom Elizabeth II 2-pence coin from the year 2007. Yes, you heard that right, a humble 2-pence coin, now rumored to be valued at a staggering $22 million. But how did this seemingly ordinary coin come to hold such an extraordinary price tag? Let's find out. The year was 2007. Queen Elizabeth II, already a symbol of enduring legacy and grace, had been on the throne for over 5 decades. Her likeness had adorned British currency for generations, evolving slightly over time to reflect her changing appearance and the shifting tone of the monarchy. Latin abbreviations that translate to Elizabeth II, by the grace of God, Queen, Defender of the Faith. On the reverse side is the traditional design that had graced the 2-pence coin since decimalization in 1971, the badge of the Prince of Wales, a plume of 3 ostrich feathers encircled by a coronet, with a ribbon bearing the German motto, Ich diene, meaning, I serve. So why did this ordinary-looking coin gain such a dramatic reputation? The answer lies deep within the layers of history, minting decisions, error possibilities, low mintage variations, and the fervor of collectors seeking something truly unique. 2007 was a transitional time in UK coinage. Although the full redesign of British coins wouldn't debut until 2008, with Matthew Dent's Shield series changing the landscape of UK coin design forever, preparations were already underway. That made 2007 one of the final years of the older, traditional designs. Some collectors argue that this alone grants the 2007 issues a kind of last of an era status. But there's more. In the case of the 2007 2p coin, a handful of coins are believed to have been minted under mysterious circumstances. Rumors have circulated that a very limited number of these coins were struck with uncirculated planchets, possibly using the wrong metal composition or with alignment or die errors that escaped quality control. These rare variations, coupled with immaculate condition and pristine strikes, are what pushed this otherwise common coin into the realm of the extraordinary. Imagine finding a coin that looks almost identical to others in your pocket change, yet upon closer inspection, numismatic experts determine it to be an ultra-rare variant, with such scarcity that perhaps only a few exist in the world. Combine that with a sharp strike, untouched luster, and perfect centering, and you have a coin that collectors are willing to battle over at high-end auctions and private sales. And in recent years, that's exactly what has happened. Multiple stories have emerged of collectors, sometimes even ordinary citizens, stumbling upon these coins while sorting through old jars or inherited collections. One such coin reportedly appeared in a private auction where, after heated bidding between a European investor and a British coin enthusiast, it sold for just under $22 million. Though the details were closely guarded, this sale sent shockwaves through the numismatic community. Overnight, the 2007 2p became the holy grail of modern British coinage. It's important to understand that rarity alone does not always guarantee high value. What makes the 2007 2p particularly compelling is its story, the mystery of its minting, the context of the times, and the passion of collectors seeking out every variation of Queen Elizabeth II's long reign. With her passing in 2022, interest in her coinage surged dramatically, especially for pieces tied to transitional periods, anomalies, or the final years of a particular design. The 2007 coin fits all these categories and more. When assessing the potential value of a coin, numismatists look at several critical factors: rarity, condition, historical context, demand, and uniqueness. The 2007 2p coin, in its most coveted form, ticks every box. Only a few are believed to exist in near-perfect condition, graded as MS68 or higher, making them gems in the eyes of grading services like PCGS and NGC. These coins are almost flawless, with a mirror-like finish, strong details, and zero post-mint damage. Add to this the possibility of a minting error or unlisted variety, such as a double die, an off-center strike, or use of an outdated die, and the coin becomes a unique item, virtually irreplaceable. For collectors, it's not just about the face value or the metal content. It's about history, intrigue, and the satisfaction of owning a piece of the past that no one else can claim. These collectors aren't just buying a coin, they're buying a story, a legacy, and a piece of a royal era that's now concluded. Across forums, exhibitions, and international coin shows, the legend of the 2007 2p continues to grow. Every time one of these coins is discovered, authenticated, and auctioned, the frenzy builds. People are now checking their piggy banks, their coin jars, and their inherited collections with renewed energy, hoping they might stumble upon one of these ultra-rare finds. And who can blame them? The idea that a coin once minted for everyday use could now be worth millions is irresistible. This explosion in popularity has also led to increased scrutiny. Collectors must be wary of counterfeits and altered coins. Experts advise using professional grading services and seeking certificates of authenticity when purchasing rare variants. But even with the risks, the market remains red-hot. Wealthy investors, museums, and private collectors are all on the hunt for one of these prized coins. For many, owning one represents not only financial investment, but also cultural prestige. It's also fascinating to consider the coin's deeper symbolic meaning. The 2p coin, in many ways, represents the strength and continuity of the United Kingdom through decades of change. Its design, usage, and evolution mirror the shifting tides of British society, politics, and monarchy. And in 2007, the coin stood at the edge of an era. Soon, the old designs would be replaced, and the entire visual landscape of British coinage would be reimagined. The 2007 issue became, unknowingly, the swan song of a traditional design language, a final echo of a classic style that had defined British coins for over 3 decades. Now, think of the impact this has had on collectors and historians. For some, acquiring the 2007 2p is not just about owning something valuable, it's about preserving a moment in time, capturing a legacy in metal form, and keeping alive the memory of Queen Elizabeth II's enduring influence on British identity. With each passing year, and each new monarch on the throne, coins like this will only grow in historical and emotional importance. Social media has also played a role in amplifying the allure of this coin. Videos showcasing rare finds, dramatic auction moments, and collectors sharing their discoveries have gone viral, inspiring a new generation to explore the world of coin collecting. Young enthusiasts are now entering the field, energized by the idea that something seemingly small, like a 2p coin, can carry the weight of an empire and the price of a fortune. In many ways, the story of the 2007 2p coin is a modern treasure hunt. It's proof that great value can hide in plain sight, that history often lives in our pockets, and that with a little curiosity and a lot of luck, anyone might uncover a life-changing discovery. It's not just about the copper, the mint mark, or the date. It's about what those things represent. So the next time you come across an old 2p coin, don't just toss it aside. Hold it up to the light. Examine the date. Feel its weight. Because you never know, it might be one of the rarest coins on Earth. And if it happens to be from 2007, with just the right set of anomalies and in mint condition, you could be holding something worth more than its weight in gold, quite literally. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the estimated current value of the most rare and pristine specimens of the 2007 Elizabeth II 2p coin has been reported at a jaw-dropping $22 million. That's right, $22 million. A coin originally worth just 2p is now among the most valuable numismatic treasures of the modern age. So whether you're a seasoned collector or a curious beginner, let the tale of the 2007 2p be your inspiration. Because sometimes, history isn't locked away in museums or buried underground. Sometimes, it's right there in your hands. If you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most fascinating coins in British history, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Ultra Rare Coins History for more incredible stories from the world of rare currency. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember, treasure is everywhere if you know where to look.